one who did it. I'd like to open the meeting. Our mayor is absent with notice, and I'd like a trustee to make a motion to appoint someone to be the president pro tem for the meeting tonight.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to appoint Trustee Travis, President Pro Tem for the evening.
Second.
Okay, the motion was made by trustee Greer, and it was seconded by trustee Minks. Trustee Greer,
Absolutely, aye.
trustee Khan,
Aye.
trustee Minks,
Aye.
trustee Phil, trustee Travis, trustee Whitko.
Aye.
Okay, the appointment to trustee Travis to be the president pro tem tonight passes 6-0.
Okay, good evening. If you'd all like to join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Trustee Greer.
Here.
Trustee Khan.
Here.
Trustee Minks.
Here.
Trustee Phil.
Here.
Trustee Travis.
Here.
Trustee Whitko.
Here.
All present, Your Honor.
Okay, I'd like to get an approval of the minutes from the regular meeting of October 11th, 2021.
I'll make the motion to approve the regular meeting minutes of October 11th, 2021.
I second that.
Okay, the motion's been made by trustee Mink, seconded by trustee Khan. Any discussion, additions, or corrections? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Now I'd like to get a motion to approve the special meeting budget workshop minutes of October 12th, 2021.
Second.
I have a motion by trustee Thill, second by trustee Whitko. Any discussion, additions, or corrections? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. And lastly, can I get a motion to pass the special meeting budget workshop of October 13th, 2021?
I'll make the motion to approve the workshop of October 13, 2021.
I second that.
Okay, I have a motion from trustee Minks and a second from trustee Khan. Any discussion, additions, or corrections? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? That motion passes as well. Any special reports tonight? There are none. There are no public hearings, no plan commission reports. Any comments from residents on agenda items only? Hearing none. No president's report, clerk's report.
No report, Your Honor.
Thank you. Staff reports. Village administrator?
Thank you very much. I do have a few things to bring before the board for action, and I also wanted to make a comment regarding Halloween trick-or-treat hours. Is on the large postcard and on our website, and as we typically do, Halloween hours for trick-or-treating this year are set in the village for Sunday, October 31st, from 3:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. Thank you very much. That is the broad comments. Now we'll move on to the legislation.
Ralph, if it's easier for you, why don't you take off your mask?
Can you hear me? Yeah. Is that better, or was it silent before?
That's better.
Okay. What's that? All right. We have before us this evening as a second read, Ordinance 2108, amending the redevelopment project area and the development plan and projects of the Ferris Avenue, Lincoln Avenue redevelopment project area to remove certain parcels of property from the redevelopment project area. This was introduced on October 11th, 2021. The purpose is to remove certain non-performing parcels from the Ferris Avenue / Lehigh Avenue TIF district so that they may be included in a newly created TIF district. I'd appreciate, and the staff would appreciate, and I think the community would appreciate a motion on this event, ordinance.
I move that we approve ordinance 21-08.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion by trustee Wicko and a second by trustee Thill. Any discussion?
Yes, Your Honor. When you were reading this, Ralph, I always follow along, but you originally said the projects of the Ferris Avenue, Lincoln Avenue
Oh,
redevelopment.
My mistake, would you
That
leave
it's
Lehigh
supposed to be
Avenue?
Lehigh. That's, thank you. That's all, Your Honor.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Hearing none. Clerk, could you please call the vote?
Trustee Khan,
Aye.
trustee Minks,
Aye.
trustee Thill,
Aye.
trustee Travis,
Aye.
trustee Whitko,
Aye.
trustee Greer.
Aye.
Ordinance 21-08 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay, now we move on to the second of four ordinances associated with this situation. This is ordinance 2109, an ordinance of the Village of Morton Grove approving the redevelopment plan and project for the Lincoln/Lehigh redevelopment project area. This was initially introduced on October 11th, 2021, and the purpose is to approve a redevelopment plan and project area for the Lincoln/Lehigh TIF district within the municipal boundaries of the village.
I move that we approve ordinance 21-09.
Second. Motion's been made by trustee Wicko, seconded by trustee Binks. Any discussion? Hearing none.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry, Ms.
Go
President.
ahead.
I know, Ralph, we've gone in length with this. We've had public hearings and et cetera, and I just want to reiterate that I appreciate staff's time and Kane McKenna's time, because this is an important project to move forward in Morton Grove, especially by the train station. So I think that's, it's also important that we remember that we have a lot of upgrading that we could use there, so if it's a TIF, it would be greatly improved. Pedestrian sidewalk replacement, certain elements, and which are eyesores in the village near the Chestnut area. So I appreciate all everyone's work, and just a comment on that. Thank you.
Thank you, trustee Greer. Anyone else? Hearing none. Clerk, can you please call the vote?
Trustee Minks,
Aye.
trustee Thill,
Aye.
trustee Travis,
Aye.
trustee Whitko,
Aye.
trustee Greer,
And aye.
trustee Khan.
I concur with trustee Greer's comment, and my vote is aye.
Ordinance 21-09 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We move on to ordinance 21-10, an ordinance of the Village of Morton Grove designating the Lincoln/Lehigh redevelopment project area. Introduced October 11th, 2021. The purpose, to formally designate the Lincoln-Lehigh redevelopment project area. We would appreciate a support for this by motion and passage.
I'll make the motion to approve ordinance 21-10.
Second.
We have a motion by trustee Minks and a second by trustee Whitko. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Clerk, can I please have a vote?
Trustee Thill,
Aye.
trustee Travis,
Aye.
trustee Whitko,
Aye.
trustee Greer,
Aye.
trustee Khan,
Aye.
trustee Minks.
Aye.
Ordinance 21-10 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much for your support. We now move on to the final ordinance associated with this great endeavor, and that is ordinance 21-11. An ordinance of the Village of Morton Grove adopting tax increment allocation financing for the Lincoln/Lehigh redevelopment project area. This was introduced on October 11th, 2021. The purpose, to adopt tax increment allocation financing for the new Lincoln-Lehigh redevelopment project area. We'd appreciate your support and a motion on this.
Move to accept ordinance 21-11.
Second.
I have a motion made by trustee Thill, a seconded by trustee Minks. Any questions or discussion?
Mr. President, I wouldn't mind making a comment.
Please.
Ralph, once again, I just want to make sure whoever's been watching, this, it seems like we're running through this, but we certainly are not running through this. Can you give me a little date when we started this? Was it over a year and a half ago? Or, I mean, I'm not going to hold you to the date, but it was quite a long time ago.
No, this has been an extraordinary effort by staff to understand what we should do around the transit-oriented development area of the village. I would say, as you indicated, at least a year and a half ago, maybe even longer. We spent some time with our consultants and with staff looking at the fact of how far we should go with this TIF. Should we extend it to Oakton Street? Should we go down to Austin? Should we look at the industrial areas? Those all seemed and that was an analysis on the stability of these areas, and these manufacturing areas proved to be, to the consultant and to staff, stable and productive in a manner that would not modify sufficiently within the next 23 years. What we did focus on are some deteriorating areas that have been deteriorated, have been older, and in the smaller area, which bounds about 8300 Lehigh, to the north, just north of Chestnut Avenue, along the train tracks, and along the woods. This is an area, as anyone in the village can identify when they move through the community and the transit-oriented development area, has stagnated. Portions of it was part of the Lehigh Ferris TIF, but during the downturn in the economy, this did not ignite. There was some discussion about it, but then when it got towards the waning years of the Lehigh Ferris TIF, it's difficult to support some of the capital that's necessary. So a longer period of time is needed, and this is the appropriate thing to do. Once the Lehigh Ferris TIF ends, which would end in 2023, taxable in 2024, this area would pick up, and some of the areas that had not progressed in that TIF. So a lot of planning, a lot of time, a lot of conscious effort, a lot of reaching out, even discussing it with the community and developers. And as you know, we've looked at this in many ways. So thank you.
I appreciate that. And one more comment. We as our staff definitely put a lot of time into it, and also to reiterate it, and I know we've talked about this countless times when we were processing this new TIF, but there was some concern of enrollment in students in schools, and staff did their due diligence to have the survey, and realizing that the impact would not be great. And I just want to reiterate that it's not going to be a development where you're going to see 40 homes, obviously. I think our survey came up with maybe 3 single-family homes, correct me if I'm wrong, and maybe 22 multifamily homes. Am I correct in that?
Well, it really is a situation now that we've opened up we've opened up a financial plan that developers can now come in and speak to what can be developed on the site. Everything that goes in, this is not the end. Staff does not have a magic wand that's just been passed from the Board of Trustees. Everything that develops on this site will need to go through the standard procedural control. Open meetings, traffic safety, appearance, zoning, planning. It has to go through every step with even probably more due diligence than just a normal construction. But it could be a planned unit development, which has more requirements to it. But just like Sawmill, just like what's happened in the other TIFs that's gone through, it will continue to be scrutinized heavily by our procedural control processes.
Absolutely.
This is just a mechanism. That's all it is. It's a plan and an opportunity.
A 23-year plan.
Yes. Well, hopefully things will happen
I'll be
more
well
than
into Simpkins before this TIF.
Let's hope not. Let's hope not.
But it's important to know. I think everybody
all
should
it is
know. All
a
kidding aside.
foundation. All
Yeah.
it is a foundation. It doesn't guarantee any projects. It does offer the opportunity to clean up some of the infrastructure, which is part of the effort. Burying some electric, putting in some additional sewers and water mains with the increment that's necessary. But no, this doesn't guarantee any type. It only says this could happen. The village has no interest at this time of going and purchasing any property from any individuals or displacing anybody. Developers need to come to us. That's where it's at.
Thank you. It's important that we always make these same comments we've been doing for over a year and a half, but thank you Ralph.
Thank you, trustee Greer. Any other comments or questions?
I have a comment, and that's for Ralph. I remember in our budget meeting, you had mentioned that you had touched base with the administrators of the school district, and they were very supportive of
Yes.
this. So if you want to kind of elaborate a little bit on that for us,
Well,
please.
it went further than just touching base with them. We had, and what's required is multiple notifications with certified mailings to the taxing bodies that are associated with it, and to the residents, notification of the residents of what's happening. And then there was what was called a joint review board. And every year of this TIF and every year of every TIF, there is a meeting, an annual meeting. The first meeting of this TIF was an indication that all of the taxing bodies said, yes, this is a good thing for the community, long-term. And then every year, there's a report back that indicates, the status of each TIF. And it'll come back to the Joint Review Board. That spans from, the Cook County to local agencies, to the Mosquito Abatement District, to the library, to the Park District. They're all invited, they're all communicated, because we're all partners in this. But this board and our staff are going to do the heavy lifting. We're going to make sure everybody knows what's going on, and everybody has an opportunity to voice their opinion. But, as happened with the Sawmill TIF, and as happened with the Lehigh Ferris TIF, and Waukegan Road TIF, really proud of how our staff came together to make this community even better. But it's a very, very open process, and thus far, we have had great cooperation and positive results and supportive comments from all of the taxing bodies. And they will tell us if they're not happy, and that's fine. We openly look for that. But at this point, everybody said yes, and this board now has the power to say yes also.
Great, thank you so much. Thanks for your hard work, too. Thank you.
Comment.
Yes, please, trustee.
My comment is that 23 years sounds like an awful long time. But I guarantee you, I've lived through 2 TIFs now, and believe me, it goes fast. And when you see what gets developed, you'll be happy what you see. End of my comment.
Thank you. Any other comments? Hearing none, clerk, can you please call the roll?
Trustee Travis,
Aye.
trustee Whitko,
Aye.
trustee Greer,
Aye.
trustee Khan,
Aye.
trustee Minks,
Aye.
trustee Phil.
Absolutely aye.
Ordinance 21-11 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.
Staff really appreciate your support. Thank you very much. Staff will not let you down, and staff will not let the residents down. Thank you very much.
Thank you for all your hard work. Next up, Corporation Council. Okay, reports by trustees. Trustee Greer.
No report.
Trustee Khan.
No report.
Trustee Minks.
No report.
Trustee Thill.
No report.
Okay, I'm going to break that. I got a report. I have Resolution 21-66, authorizing the annual Veterans Day Parade. So the Morton Grove Post 134 of American Legion desires to hold their annual Veterans Day Parade on Sunday, November 14th, 2021, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. The parade route begins at the American Legion Memorial Civic Center, 6140 Dempster Street, then crosses Dempster Street at Georgiana Avenue, proceed south on Georgiana Avenue to Crane Street, east on Crane Street to School Street, south on School Street to Lincoln Street, west on Lincoln Avenue to Morton Grove Public Library. After a brief ceremony, the parade will return to the American Legion Memorial Civic Center, following the same route in reverse. To facilitate the parade, the village is required to obtain the permission from the Illinois Department of Transportation to close Dempster Street at Georgiana Avenue and to assume all responsibility and liability involved in the closing of the street and rerouting traffic. I move that we accept Resolution 21-66 as presented.
Second.
So a motion has been made by trustee Travis, seconded by trustee Whitco. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, clerk, can you please call the vote?
Trustee Whitko,
Aye.
trustee Greer,
Aye.
trustee Khan,
Aye.
trustee Minks,
Aye.
trustee Thill,
Aye.
trustee Travis.
Aye.
Resolution 21-66 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. And then I have some CRC business. First, the Winter Adopt-A-Planter. We invite Morton Grove residents and businesses to participate in the village's 2021 Winter Adopt-A-Planter program. The Public Works Department will plant 4-foot evergreen trees and planters throughout the village. Participants will be assigned a tree to decorate and care for this winter with the option to plant it in their yard for free. Sign up before November 15th. Program information is on the village website or available at Village Hall. The CRC's photo contest is a student photo contest open to all high school students. We invite you, the high school students, to be creative in sharing their experiences with going back to school or life around town. Please submit photos to mortongrovil.org/photo contest. The photo contest will close on November 29th, and winners will be announced at the December 13th board meeting. And lastly, the 11th Morton Grove Community Artist Performance will take place on Saturday, October 30th from 1 to 2 p.m. You can watch the performances by area high school students amongst other talented artists, and you can watch it in person at the Morton Grove Civic Center at 6140 Dempster Street or via live stream at identityperformingarts.org. That is the end of my report. Trustee Whitco.
Thank you. I have Resolution 21-65, authorizing a contract with Design Installation System for structural support repair. This will authorize the village administrator to execute a contract with Design Installation System for structural support repair, which is necessary to restore integrity to a structural support post in the Public Works garage. This contract was bid through a public process in accordance with village code, and the bid deemed to be in the best interest of the village is from Design Installation Systems of Morton Grove for a proposed price of $27,800. Design Installation Systems has performed work for the village in the past and is qualified for this project. The fiscal impact is $27,600, and I move that we approve Resolution -2165.
Motion has been made by Trustee Whitco, seconded by Trustee Thill. Is there any discussion?
Yes, Your Honor. There's a difference of $200 on what was bid and what the fiscal impact is. Is that correct? The bid sheet is correct. Okay. Where are you seeing the discrepancy? Here.
In the
I'm not gonna read
resolution.
The bid sheet is correct,
So the fiscal impact is correct.
so $27,600.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's one typographical error in the background section. It has an 8 instead of a 6. The rest all have 6.
Okay, so 600.
The actual number is 6.
Thank you.
Any other comments or discussion? Hearing none, clerk, can you please call the vote?
Trustee Greer,
Aye.
Trustee Khan,
Aye.
Trustee Minks,
Aye.
Trustee Thill, Trustee Travis,
Aye.
Trustee Whitco.
Aye.
Resolution 21-65 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
I just have a couple of announcements. This Saturday is the last French market of the season, so hopefully you bring your neighbors, bring everybody you can, and let's end it on a high note and let them know we appreciate them for the year. And lastly, don't forget that on Saturday, November 6th, from 10 to noon, we'll have our first pumpkin smash at the north end of Horror Park, and it promises to be a really fun event, so we hope to see all the people there as well. That's the end of my report.
Thank you. We have no other business. So can I have the presentation of warrants, please?
Yes. I'd like to present the warrants this evening in the amount of $246,129.08. I move that we approve the warrants as presented.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion made by Trustee Mink, seconded by Trustee Whitco. Any questions? Discussion? Hearing none, clerk, can you please call the vote?
Trustee Khan,
Aye.
Trustee Minks,
Aye.
Trustee Thill, Trustee Travis,
Aye.
Trustee Whitco,
Aye.
Trustee Greer.
Aye.
The warrants pass 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. And we're on to residents' comments.
Aye.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me, Mr. President. I must have been sleeping, but in other business, can I make a comment? Is it too late there? Corporation Counsel? Thank you. Thank you for giving me the floor again. I've been never known to hold back. So I need to ask Joe Dom, our Public Works Director, when does the leaf, and I express the word leaf, pickup start? Not grass pickup, but leaf pickup. When does that start? Absolutely. I appreciate that. And I get a little rough around the edges sometimes, but it's an expensive project that the village does, and it's a great project that we've been doing for many years, I believe, right, Joe? But I do have to reiterate, we've got to cooperate with ourselves and our neighbors and our public works. It's a leaf pickup, not a grass pickup. It didn't start. It's going to start this week. And here's a great example. I hope I don't ramble here too much. Corporation Counsel cut me off if I get too long. She wants to cut me off already, I know. But bottom line is, yesterday was a great example. Correct, Joe? We had a lot of rain, almost 4.5 inches of rain in 2 days, correct? Okay. Almost 3 inches. Okay, I'm off a little. So bottom line is, a lot of our sewers are being clogged because we got grass out there too early. So I think it's just important as we all, this is a team effort, this is a village effort, it's not just Public Works effort, it's not just the village board of trustees, it's everybody's. The residents need to know we have to cooperate with ourselves. And one last thing, and I promise I'm done for the evening. When it comes to this, and we have street sweepers. Now, these machines aren't cheap, we have full-time employees on it, and I see countless times I don't see the residents given an iota worry that they don't move their cars. If you know it's a Thursday sweep in your street that week, please do your best to get the car moved somewhere so we can street sweep your street. Because of the multiple reasons, and I'm going to be repetitive, and that's what I do well here, is on a day like yesterday, we get all that rain, and you don't get a chance to street sweep. We don't clean the streets. The sewers clog up. They overflow, and all of a sudden now everybody's worried, and they're calling Public Works. So think about it, team. Let's work together. I appreciate you listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Greer. So we are on to residents' comments. Mr. Vilk?
Good evening, everybody. Few sessions before this date, Mr. Mayor told to everybody, Mr. Wilk not liar. And I totally confused because when he say like this, he's supposed to be responsible whatever he say. Because many times I ask him and Mrs. Teresa Hoffman-Listman, who is present here now, to give me answer for my email. And not Mayor, not Teresa Hoffman-Listman, not give me answer by email back. Mr. Mayor missing now, but Mrs. Teresa Hoffman-Listman is here. Maybe he showed to everybody which kind of answer he give me by email. She told me by this one like this. I'm not give you email. That's it. It's what I received from her. When Mayor told me I'm not liar, who is right? Who is wrong? Nobody understand each other. And also, I talking before about many problems. I writing down letters to you about many problems, and now I see my letters start to work. I totally surprised. You received today my letters. Previously, letters something happens, but you received today. To code inspector It's not working anymore. Who make terror about me? Administration hearing officer not working anymore. A new person working over there. Why it happens? I think it belongs to my case, but maybe Mrs. Teresa Costin listen, give me comments now. I'm not hear you. No comments. You see, she not even in administration hearing court. What everybody have microphone. She not uses this. She use like this. Again. Many times I told to she use microphone close to your mouth, but she continues make in board meeting and administration hearing court. She make like this all time. What happens, Mrs. Teresa Holtzman? You're adult person. You're supposed to make it adult decision about what you're doing. Many people look into you, and you represent government, Morton Grove. I think we need work together. What I mean work together? Residents need respect to you, but you need respect to residents. I can see what you respect to me personal, and I surprised Mr. Ralph. I sent him letters, and in bottom these letters have date 09/10/2021. But he received these letters double, because before I sent these letters, and after this, by mistake, I sent these letters October. Instead, October 11, I sent previously letters. It's my
Excuse me,
mistake.
Mr. Velge, you have
But
30
he
seconds
not told me
left.
nothing about this. But I meet him the same day. I meet him and ask him, did you receive? Yes, I received. It's easy to check, easy to tell me, Mr. Vilk, possible you have mistake. Send me letters again. But anyway, I want what you understand. Everybody, nobody perfect. Everybody have mistake. But important, fix this mistake. Not make the same mistake in future, because it's not problem with me. Problem with system what it's have in Morton Grove. What administration not like it, somebody or personal or business, it's have chance to make him down.
Thank you, Mr. Vilk. That's your
Thank you so
time.
much. Have a great day. Great night, sorry.
That's the end of our audience or residents' comments. So can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second? Can I have a second? Second. Thank you. Motion made by trustee Bink, seconded by trustee Winko. All in favor?
Aye.
7:32.